Hello, everyone. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy. So here is the second part of the How to Fix It Road to Doomsday, and this is Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Now, everyone knows Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is my personal favorite of the MCU post-Endgame films. Definitely my personal favorite of the MCU films in general. Is already one of the stronger MCU origin stories, specifically because of its martial arts action, family drama, Shang-Chi and Wen-Wu's relationship, and the emotional connection between Shang-Chi and his sister, Sai Ling. If I was fixing the movie, I could make the Ten Rings themselves much more important to the overall story. The biggest change that could be establishing earlier that the Ten Rings have a mystery origin, and that Wen-Wu's obsession with them is connected to something much bigger than simply possessing their power. Plus, most crazy already established that the rings are sending an unidentified signal with one wristbender and character was unable to determine exactly what they're communicating with. I also give Shang-Chi a stronger internal conflict. His biggest fear should be becoming his father. His journey could therefore be about accepting his heritage without allowing what was likely to define him. And then plus, giving Shang-Li give her a larger emotional arc. Plus, Kate could have a less comedic relief and more character development as well. Then, same thing when Will's manipulation by the Dweller in the Darkness could be explored more carefully. Most importantly, the Ten Rings mystery could have been more of a major piece of the multiverse saga, allowing Josh to feel more connected to the MCU larger story. So, absolutely, for how to fix Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings, uh, Road to Doomsday, I'll focus less on completely rewriting the film and more of a strengthening Shang-Chi's place in the MCU, making the Ten Rings mystery more important to the larger multiverse saga. Shang-Chi already ends with Shang-Chi and Kate being brought into the larger MCU by Juan, Bruce Banner, and Captain Marvel, while the Ten Rings sent an unexplained signal which hasn't been paid off yet. And now with the Avengers Doomsday coming in December 18, Shang-Chi appearing in the film's current promotional material, there is a real opportunity to make this ideas pay off. So how could I fix Shang-Chi? Number one, make the Ten Rings mystery the backbone of the movie. The Ten Rings shouldn't just be an ancient weapon organization. I established earlier that the rings are not originally from Earth and that Wen has spent centuries trying to understand their true purpose. And then second point, make Win-Win's motivation more uh, complicated. Yeah, I mean, look, Tony Lance Win is one of my personal favorite MCU villains. I mean, he's already one of the MCU's strongest villains. I lean even harder into his obsession with finding his wife and gradually reveal that the voice calling him towards Talo may not actually be his wife. That could make the reveal of the trailer in the darkness much more effective. And then number three, this third point, I definitely they should have done was give more Shang-Chi more internal conflict. Shang-Chi should spend more time struggling with the fear that he could become his father. His greatest battle isn't simply defeating Wen Wu, it isn't proving that his father's legacy doesn't define him. I think that's something they should have done. Number four, give Ling a stronger arc. This is really important. I like his sister. I think her sister is really fascinating. Her becoming the new leader of the Ten Rings is a really great twist and a good direction, but they haven't paid off that yet. So I think Ling becoming the new leader of the Ten Rings is a great ending, but I'll give her more agency throughout the film, and her relationship with Shang-Chi should be one of the central emotional conflicts. Then number five, make make Katie's role more connected to the story. Now, Katie can still provide the humor, but I'll give her a more meaningful reason for becoming involved in Shang-Chi's world. Her archery ability could also be developed throughout the film instead of becoming specifically avoided only during the final battle. That was kind of weird. It should have been more established early on than just there. And then, lastly, in my point, number six, connect the Ten Rings to the multiverse saga. Something that they haven't really done. This is the biggest change I'll make for your Road to Doomsday series. The post-credit scene already established that Wand, Banner, and Danvers cannot identify the Ten Rings, that they were transmitting a signal. I'll make the mystery a deliberately early piece of the multiverse saga. I mean, again, it was kind of was, but they haven't paid that off. The Ten Rings are not mentally powerful weapons. They are technology or artifacts from the outside known the MCU reality that could make Shang-Chi more important to the larger saga. I mean, look, the Doomsday connection, this is where uh, so instead of Shang-Chi feeling like a isolated origin story, you rewrite what could establish him as one of the MCU's key generation heroes. The Ten Rings could eventually become important to the multiverse. Conflict with Shang-Chi being the person uniquely capable of controlling them, that gives him a reason to be involved in Doomsday in the first place, and beyond simply being another superhero in the crowd. So that's my overall fix. Keep the heart, the martial arts section, Shang-Chi's, relation with his sister and father. Of course, the performances by Wen Wu and Tao Lo still intact. I think I just really, for me, I will change the pacing, the villain mythology, Shang-Li's development, Sean's internal conflict, and most importantly, the Ten Rings mythology. That way, Shang-Chi could still work as an origin story, but it also can feel like the beginning of something much larger piece of the story. And that's the goal of my change of Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Now, in conclusion, ultimately, I couldn't completely overhaul Shang-Chi, built on what already works. Keep the incredible martial arts choreography, keep Samuel Liu and Tony Law's performances, keep the family drama, keep Shang-Chi and Simon Lee's relationship, plus keep the emotional story about Shang-Chi confronting his father's legacy, plus but make the Ten Rings mystery the foundation for the Shang-Chi future. And now that Shang-Chi is officially part of the Doomsday cast, that setup is even more potential. Marvel's official Doomsday page lists Simu Liu as Shang-Chi and confirms that the film's December 18th, 2026 release date. So, so my biggest goal with this rewrite could be to make Shang-Chi feel like the beginning of a much bigger story rather than its isolated phase 4 adventure. Shang-Chi isn't just the master of the Ten Rings, he should be one of the heroes who helps lead the MCU into its next era. And with Avengers Doomsday bringing together the heroes from the multiple universes, this is a perfect opportunity to finally pay off the mystery that Shang-Chi started back in 2021. And that's how I could fix Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, everyone. I hope you enjoy it.